Dear students, it is the second video of Pakistan Studies, week 5, and you are learning the first 10 years of Pakistan history, the challenge and the political turmoil. Dear students, in the first video of the week 5, we learned that Pakistan had to face a lots of problems in the beginning, whereas the great leader Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah faced and tried his best to solve those issues. But the two major issues were left with, and they are still lingering on, and they are the root or the mother of most of the ideological and the political problems in our country, and they are: one, lack of centralized constitution and lack of education system. Dear students, when Pakistan came into being in 1947, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the head of the state, Governor General, and Khan Liaquat Ali Khan became the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And under the British system of government, Prime Minister was the head of the executive. Clear? Mean every managerial thing have to be, all the intizami umur, executive business, was under the control of the Prime Minister. And this Prime Ministership remains quite a challenging office, quite a tough job, maybe in the world, but in Pakistan, being a Prime Minister is one of the very, very challenging tasks. Right in 1949 or 1948 till the current hour, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is always in trouble and struggle. Okay, this is really an interesting fact, but come to the point. I was talking about that Qaid-e-Azam realized that Pakistan should have the own constitution, but it couldn't be. And even when Pakistan came into being, we didn't have the constitution. The constitution of All India in 1935 was adapted. There were made some change, and it for time being was applied on. Clear? In 1948, September 1948, Qaid-e-Azam passed away, and the responsibility came to the shoulders of Khan Liaquat Ali Khan, then Prime Minister. Clear? These are the major points that drove the number one: constitution, a basic need. No country can survive without constitution. You all the people are amazed of the progress and prosperity of the American nation. But if you explore the history, you find that one thing that was binding in all was their constitution. That is one of the shortest constitution and the most influential constitutions which the modern states have ever created. Qaid-e-Azam passed away. The federal constitution could not be established because of the war and other internal conflicts and issues. Government of India Act 1935 was adapted for emergency situation and was applied. On March 12, 1949, the Constituent Assembly adopted a resolution moved by Liaquat Ali Khan. Constituent Assembly mean Kanun Saz Assembly. Clear? Remember, dear students, these MNAs and MPs basically they are called constituent assemblies. Fine. In a term you can say their object their object is to make law. इनका काम होता है to law and to govern the rules of democracy, okay, and create laws and constitutions. Fine. Cut resolution, and in the resolution, it was proclaimed that future of future constitution of Pakistan would not be modeled on the European pattern, but on the ideology and democratic faith of Islam. Khan Liaquat Ali Khan moved a resolution. Resolution mean Qaraardad in the Constituent Assembly, and cleared his mind unto the leaders of Pakistan that the proposed constitution, the future constitution, should not be modeled on the European pattern. And in the European pattern, the one thing is sovereignty. They believe the king is sovereign. He's the master of the life and death and everybody. But that should not be. And in the Western constitution, there were so many things which were directly contradictory to the ideology and our faith in Islam. Okay? And if Pakistan had to follow the similar concepts, so then there was no need to take freedom. Actually, Pakistan was gained after the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and that was the reason that still the religious people proclaim and they insist all the political parties and movements which were in Pakistan to revive and constitute a law which is fully Islamic. Okay, ji. Then next, students, principles of the objective resolution. Now discuss the principles of the objective resolution. You must know that this objective resolution is the, you can say, is a very highly significant document in the history of Pakistan Constitution, and it is the preamble of the Constitution of Pakistan. Whatever the Constitution is made in Pakistan, be it is Constitution 1956, 1962, or 1973, or any other thing that emerged with the passage of time, this is the guideline for all those constitutions and assemblies to come. The point one, sovereignty belongs to Allah alone. Sovereignty belongs to Allah alone, but He has delegated into the state of Pakistan through its people for being exercised within the limits prescribed by Him as a sacred trust. I explained this. Although Allah, indeed, in real, Allah is the owner of everything and us, but the people of Pakistan would vote and select their leader will use that power as the secret trust. तो बेटा ये वो बात हो रही है कि ये जो हम पॉलिटिकल लोगों को वोट देकर select करते हैं, तो we actually give confidence, we surrender in their personality or right and show willness that they are the leaders. Whatever they will say, we will learn, clear, and we will act. Number two, the state shall exercise its powers and authority through the chosen representative of the people, democracy. That no person within the state can alone stand and control the power. Only The state shall exercise its power. रियासत पाकिस्तान अपनी कुव्वत or authority, whatever the resources, whatever the system, as a state is conferred, will be played or will be exercised through the representatives of the people. The people, chosen people, the people we vote and they go to assembly. Dear students, here is a little difference, and there is a huge difference between state. But a state is a country, clear? And state is the highest authority. State and the government are the departments, and the people working in those departments, they are called government. State is the major thing. What the government is the people who come and go. क्लियर? गवर्नमेंट क्या होती है बेटा? गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेस होते हैं, जैसे लॉ मिनिस्ट्री है, डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री है, और मुख्तलिफ मिनिस्ट्रीज हैं, मुख्तलिफ ऑफिसेस हैं. तो वहां पर लोगों के दरमियान में से जो कैपेबल लोग होते हैं, टेस्ट के जरिए या किसी भी तरीके से उन लोगों को लाकर बैठाया जाता है, एंड दे डू इट. दे आर कॉल्ड गवर्नमेंट. लाइक गवर्नमेंट ऑफ नवाज शरीफ, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इमरान खान, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ खान लियाकत अली खान, okay, government of Ayub Khan. Clear? That is all timely. The big thing is the state. Fine. Number 3, the principles of democracy, freedom, equality, tolerance, and the social justice as enunciated by Islam shall be fully observed. That in the future constitution, the principles of democracy, jamhuriyat, freedom, azadi, equality, robbery, tolerance, bardasht, and social justice, samaji insaf, will be observed and practiced as endorsed by the Islam. Muslims shall be enabled to order their lives in individual and collective spheres in accordance with the teachings of Islam as set out in the Holy Quran and Sunnah. कि मुसलमान अपनी जिंदगियां इनफरादी तौर पर और इज्तिमाई तौर पर कुरान और सुन्नत, यानी कुरान और सुन्नत की जो तालीमात हैं उनके मुताबिक गुजार सकेंगे. That this state, Pakistan, the future constitution will enable the people, को इस काबिल बनाएगा लोगों को. Clear? This is very important thing. Therefore, remember this, to spread the teaching of Islam, to manage Quran and Sunnah, Namaz and Roza at the state level is the responsibility of all the governments of the state, of the Pakistan. Adequate provisions shall be made for the minorities to freely profess and practice their religions and develop their culture. That in the future constitution, adequate mean the best, behreen provisions. Provisions are called new law rules. Okay, for the minorities, new rules will be included, so that they may live their lives according to their own religions, in true spirit and their own culture. Dear students, remember that All India Act 1935 was an act for entire India. Clear? But when Pakistan came into being, obviously there was a pressure on the legislators to create a draft constitution that is fully Islamic. And here it was very important to mention that minorities have to live accordingly. And you remember that Islam gives lots of rules and freedoms to the minorities than any other religion before. Okay. Pakistan shall be a federation. Okay. Pakistan shall remain a federal system. I mean, all the states will be, provinces will join together with the federal government. Fundamental rights shall be guaranteed. Fundamental rights. Bunyadi insani hukuk. What are these fundamental rights? Remember that the people love European countries, love Canada or other countries because there are some fundamental rights available. The fundamental rights are right to live, जिंदा रहने का हक, right to marry and save the generation, life, right to speak, right to move, right to business, right to live according to the belief. They are the fundamental rights. And remember that in the modern discussion it is said that the right is the one. Sahi right kya hai is the one which is given by the state. जो कानून दे वही हक है. Clear? Therefore, the fundamental rights were given. 1973 Constitution is a wonderful constitution after so many struggles and complexities and tensions that it has given far more greater fundamental rights to the people of Pakistan. And finally, judiciary shall be independent. That the judicial system of Pakistan, Adalati Nizam, should be independent and free from all the pressures of the executives or the legislators. वो कानून साजों की और जो अफसरशाही है उन तमाम चीजों से मुबर्रा होकर, आला होकर काम करेंगे. Dear students, these are the wonderful points on the objective resolution, but there were so many objections on the objective resolution which Khan Liaquat Ali Khan and his wonderful team had to face. The objection number one, the religious people wanted that in objective resolution it should be clearly mentioned that it will be utterly an Islamic state and the law shall be completely Islamic and there should not be included any provision. Whereas it is a 50-50 one. It's a very good approach which our great leaders had shown. And similar time, the socialist or other people thought that this is very strict and there should be more social provisions included. But anyhow, whatever happened, it is all the matter of luck. So objective resolution is the Magna Carta of the Pakistan Constitution. It is the guideline for all the governments, policymakers, lawmakers to follow it. Thank you very much.